What up guys, it's Brandon J, and today we are doing the very first river treasure dive of 2017. Now don't let this bright sunny weather fool you. It is freezing outside. It's still a little bit early to do the river treasure videos, but I'm telling you guys, I'm like dying to get back in the water, so I had to do it, man. I've actually got two wetsuits on right now. One Rip Curl wetsuit and then one O'Neill wetsuit. That's how cold it is. I'm telling you, when I get in this water, it's gonna be freezing cold. But I'm still super excited. Hopefully I can get some cool river treasure, but I'm not sure if we're gonna see many fish or like wildlife this time, because normally all of that stuff moves upriver when it gets a little bit warmer, and right now it's just so cold that they might not be here. So I'm pretty excited, man. I hope there's like a lot of stuff people accidentally dropped or like left, or like some lures that got lost in the river when it was cold, because we haven't been in the river in a long time. And side note, Jake is in Hawaii, so he's missing out on the very first dive of 2017. It's gonna be really, really dope. So yeah, hopefully we can get some cool finds. I'm gonna show you guys everything I found at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned. Enjoy it, guys. Let's get it. 2017 first dive, here we go. Dude, that water is extremely cold, but I did find some really cool stuff. I actually just realized I lost my dive knife, but the cool thing about that is, like, me, Jake, and Tristan all dive in here, so most likely we're gonna end up finding the dive knife soon, so that'll be kind of cool. But I did find some really cool stuff, and surprisingly found a lot of lures, even though there's not a lot of people fishing. This is a really bad but really good idea. Bad because I'm freezing, but really good because I found some cool stuff. All right, let's go take a look at all the cool stuff I found. All right guys, so here's some of the pretty cool stuff I found. As usual, got a bunch of flukes. Like, that's all fishermen fish with down here, is just like dang flukes. And then I got this weird like Cinco looking thing. Like, what in the world? Somebody was fishing with this. I'm not really even sure why. Got this like crusty old swim bait right here. This thing is just nasty, man. Check it out. Ew, that is old. Like even the hook has been rusted off. Got some like little crappie jigs, even though I'm pretty sure there's not any crappie in here. Found some giant flukes, man. Look how big this one is. But that's not it. This isn't even the only big one. Check this out. Like multiple giant freaking flukes and swim baits. Crazy, man. I found this little topwater frog too, which is kind of interesting. One, because it was, oh gosh, it has water in it. Oh man. Yeah, that's gross. But this thing was sunken on the bottom and I was like, is that a topwater frog? So I don't even know how it ended up sinking to the bottom of the river. And then second of all, why is somebody fishing with a frog in the river? I can safely say I have never once seen a frog in this river, ever. Maybe somebody knows something I don't know. Got this nice little chatterbait right here. This is actually a pretty nice one. Might be able to reuse this one. It's a little rusted, but might still work. And this has to be the weirdest lure of the day. This giant jig with this big beaver tail on it. I mean, it's a huge, this trailer is giant. So I'm not really sure, I guess maybe a crawfish imitation right here, but I've actually never seen crawfish in here either. I actually found this reel underwater as well. You know the guy that lost this, like either broke the handle and just like threw it in, or he had some giant fish and it just maybe broke his rod or something. I actually found some goggles too, which is funny because every time we find goggles, it's like the person was swimming or something and the goggles got knocked off and then he wasn't able to like look for his goggles underwater because he didn't have goggles. Whoever lost these, man, poor guy. He was out here swimming, having a good time. Then he lost his goggles and then couldn't go find his goggles because he didn't have goggles. So my actual best find of the day was this iPhone 5. Now this thing is completely demolished, man. You can see the back of it is all cracked. You can see the front is like missing, but you can actually open it up. Oh, yep, just broke that. But you can open it up really now and you can pull the battery and everything out of it. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to return this to the person that owns it for the simple fact that it is completely destroyed, but I might be able to get the SIM card out of this thing, maybe go to AT&T and see if they can find out whose it is, maybe give that person some information that they might have lost, who knows. But I did find an iPhone 5 on my first dive down, so that's pretty cool, man. All right, so here's something crazy too. I was diving, I found this G-Shock watch underwater. And now that I'm looking at it, it still works. It's like really fogged up in there, but you can still see some of the digital stuff is ticking. I can't really show the camera. It's a little too hard to show the camera, but there's stuff in there that's actually working. And I think G-Shocks have a lifetime warranty, so who knows, man? You might be able to get a brand new G-Shock watch out of this one, like turn this one in and get a brand new one or something. So I gotta say, the fact that I found a G-Shock underwater and it still works is really impressive. But I'm kind of curious as to how someone lost this. I mean, how do you lose a watch? Like this thing has all these straps and everything and none of it's broken. So I'm kind of curious how this guy lost this watch. Oh my gosh, the buttons still work on it. I'm like over here pressing buttons. I want it like an alarm or something to go off. That would be cool. I'm really impressed that this even works. So yeah, man, all in all, it was an awesome day for River Treasure. I mean, I did lose my dive knife, but I'm pretty sure eventually me, Jake, or Tristan will find it. I found some really cool items, iPhone 5, G-Shock. I got a reel that was underwater, a bunch of lures. So it was a pretty successful day. It was a little bit cold, that's a lie. It was a lot of bit cold, but it was totally worth it. So if you guys like these River Treasure videos, make sure you leave a big old thumbs up and let me know in the comment section below what was your favorite find of this video. All right, well, I'm gonna pack all this stuff up. I'm gonna get to the house and go get warm, take a nice warm shower. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. It's so cold.